Hey everyone. I know that we are all dealing with, needless to say, a very unprecedented time. I know that we are all feeling a huge amount of stress, anxiety, frustration, fear, um, just every myriad of emotions that we can feel right now. And I just want you to know that regardless of what you're feeling, all of that is a perfectly appropriate and okay response to this. The reason that I'm going to start doing a lot of free, just as many of these free live sessions as I can for empaths is because we as empaths, if the world itself is feeling this fear and anger and stress and frustration and sadness and grief, if just normal people, non-empaths are feeling that, then, we're feeling it about 100-fold. So because of that, it can be exceedingly stressful for us and exceedingly overwhelming for us. And I will share with you that, one thing you need to do as we start off, and today I'm going to be showing you a very simple way to help to sort of turn down the volume on what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what you're getting from everyone around you. But also, one of the things that is important is that you realize that you allow some of these emotions that you're feeling and maybe your own emotions to be able to flow through you, that you bring your awareness to it. And I'm going to do one of my upcoming free calls is going to be on developing emotional awareness and then what to do with the emotions that you're feeling. How do you release them? How do you get them out of your body? So today, my main focus is going to be on helping you as an empath to be able to have at least one tool, one skill set to go to allow yourself to begin to feel centered and at peace, and that you can basically sort of turn down the volume or sort of cut off some of what you're sensing and feeling from the world right now. As I was saying, I will share with you that, for myself, even with all the tools that I use, everything that I do, certainly I ended up noticing that I was, even last night, all of a sudden I felt exceedingly tired. So you may be feeling really, really, really exhausted. And a lot of that is just the volume of the emotions that you're feeling right now is just, 100-fold over how you were feeling on a normal day. So if you were normally sort of an open empath, an unaware empath, and you were just sort of taking it all in on a normal day, then you can imagine you're taking, it's as if, somebody pointed 150,000 or million speakers at you, and each one is playing a different emotion, whether it's sadness or joy or, not a lot of, well, people are finding moments of joy, and I encourage you to do that, but sadness and grief and anxiety and fear and all of these things that are going on right now with this particular, world crisis, this pandemic. So I was feeling extremely, extremely tired yesterday, even with everything that I do to keep myself healthy and sane and centered as an empath. And by last night, I was like, what is going on? For me, a good way for me to know when I am starting to feel overwhelmed tends to be when I do feel really, really exhausted. And I tend to feel like the nerves on my skin are almost turned inside out. So it's almost like you could pluck it like a guitar string, and it's just very overwhelming. It feels like if somebody blew on me, I would jump out of my skin. That's usually a good indication that something's up. And you hopefully, and we'll work in the next few weeks on developing that skill set, understanding what your own particular warning signs are that you're getting overwhelmed, those kinds of things. But for me, those were the two indications. And by last night, I was like, I was trying to figure out what is it exactly. I'm trying to like sort of dig through and see what are the emotions that I'm feeling specifically, and what do I need to release. And I realized I was feeling a huge amount of grief. Not just grief for the change in, of course, our own life, it's of course an upheaval. I've got a little girl who's 3.5, my little daughter. And so, there's definitely a lot of upheaval, but there's also been some positives with that. My husband's not traveling, and we're all home with her, which that part has been actually really nice. So there was that, but I realized that there was more the grief that I couldn't do more. And as an empath, that drive, that desire to do more. Right now, we're being bombarded by images of, elderly people unable to shop, or who've gotten themselves to a grocery store and there's nothing on the shelf, and it just, those kinds of things. And I'm not going to add to any of those because I'm sure that you've seen them and needed, and you're feeling them as well. So there's all of that grief that we're dealing with, of just the images and the experiences of people around us, people that we're seeing even online. And then on top of that, we're also soaking in the collective grief of everyone in the world, because quite honestly, we as a world community are now going through a collective grief experience, because there is no one's life in this world that is not being affected and touched right now. And there are so many people that are dealing with loss and with people being quite sick. So all of that we're soaking that in. I realized I was soaking that in. So what I did is I actually went downstairs. I kind of cocooned after everybody got in bed. And I just let myself cry. I let myself try to release the grief. And in the training that I'll be giving you on emotional overwhelm and on understanding your own emotional awareness, that's one of the key things to be able to get through this, or any day. Like all the skills that you'll learn right now, going through anything that I'm teaching you, are skills that you'll be able to use, when everything hopefully returns back to even semi-normal, and then hopefully normal, or a new normal, whatever that's going to end up being. These skills are skills you'll be able to use day in, day out for the rest of your life. You'll be able to go to them constantly for the rest of your life. So that's what's important to me, is I can use what's going on here and be able to give you skills to use going forward, for the rest of your life as an empath. So that's an important thing. The more that we try to deny or hold in our emotions, the worse we're going to feel, especially as an empath. It's a real skill to be able to allow yourself to be aware of those emotions, and then to sort of pinpoint what's going on, and then finding ways to release them. I think for a lot of us as empaths, we can get kind of scared. We're going to get sort of stuck in that over emotional overwhelm, or those emotions, that emotional state. But again, in the skills that I'm teaching you, you won't do that. You can move through it, you can release it, and then keep going. So I just kind of wanted to preface all of that with this. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the shield in the way that I teach it. I know a lot of different people teach it in many different ways. However, I teach it in a way that seems to really work for just about everyone. I kind of came up with this way of doing it through studying martial arts, and through basically my other work of the flow method, and really understanding what our core is and our own personal sense of safety. So I teach it that way. But before I go into sort of teaching that for you, I want to make two quick announcements so that you're aware of this, because once I take you into the guided meditation, I don't want to have to go over that afterwards. So one is that I am going to be, in the next hopefully 2 days, opening up it's the entire Empath Institute for free for any empath anywhere in the world that wants or needs support and training and resources and coaching. That is all going to be right there for you. So it's going to be completely free. Please jump in and take advantage of it. I've got 95 hours of trainings, as well as visual meditations, guided meditations, tools, resources, and I'm going to be adding tons more live sessions throughout the week, with the intent of hopefully being able to connect as many of us as possible, to reach out to that community and help us as empaths to come together. Because quite honestly, we are facing a time where empaths are needed, helpers are needed more than we've ever been needed before. So this is really my gift, hopefully, to the world, to try to help all of us as empaths to be able to get through this, and to be able to come out stronger, and maybe create a collective shift where we as empaths are able to really step forward into our power, our strength, and our abilities. So I wanted to say that. So the Empath Institute will be completely free for everyone all the time. I think for at least 90 days, and then maybe beyond that, depending on where we're at. And then the second thing is towards the end of the meditation, or maybe right at the end of the meditation, I'm going to put up a free shield and ground meditation that you can download. So that is a guided meditation that I created that basically combines two skill sets. The shield skill set I'll be teaching you today, as well as the grounding skill set that I'll probably be teaching in another live course, but doesn't really matter. You can use it now. Hopefully it'll help you to feel stable and secure. You can download it. I would suggest using it if possible every single morning, and I would go back to it throughout the day. Do a check-in with yourself. Make sure that you're still feeling like you're protected and healthy and safe and sane and all of those good things. And if you are, then that's great. If not, take a moment, take 10 minutes. I think the shield and ground is like 10, 15 minutes long, total, and be able to use those tools to reshield, to reconnect to the ground, to reconnect to like the firm rooted foundation. This should help you hopefully significantly. I have to do this right now. I mean, I've always done this now every single morning, and it's really important to try to do that every single morning if at all possible. I always say it's kind of like brushing your teeth and washing your face in the morning. This is just something you do. You get up, you do it. This is what you do. Okay. So those are like sort of the two announcements I wanted to make as I was leading into this. So please, when I put that up, it'll be the offer I think should pop up towards the end of our meditation. And you can go ahead and do a download of that now. Okay. So what I'm teaching you, as I say today, is the shield meditation. I'm not going to talk very much longer because I just want to get into the shield because I'd like to keep this under 30 minutes for you. The shielding, as I say, is done by a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. The way that I teach shielding is coming literally out of your core, which is kind of hard to see on this. So literally out of your core or your solar plexus, whatever you want to call it, is fine. Your stomach area, that's fine. The reason that I teach you to come down into your core and to literally shield from the core is because in many, many, many traditions, martial arts, Qigong, Aikido, many, many different traditions, and as well, certainly within our energetic medicine and our energetic field, the core of our body, our solar plexus, is really where our entire strength is. It's the emotional center of our body in terms of who we are, our identity, our sense of security, and it's really where the seat of our gut instinct is. And that's important because what is our gut instinct except for the instinct that is intended to tell us that something is safe or not safe for us, right? So there's wonderful scientific work being done now that shows that our stomachs have almost the same amount of like neural pathways, neurons, and sort of sensory information going through it as our brain. So they're now calling it the second brain. And I think that's absolutely true. And for any empath that tends to get like that feeling in the gut, and again, we all sort of feel things in different ways, but a lot of people get it in the gut. I certainly do. That is your entire person, your spirit's way of telling you, this is safe or this is not a safe situation. And it's also because of that. So when you are able to connect really deeply with that inner desire to be safe and secure, which is really what your spirit wants for you, it's trying to help you to be, to thrive, not just survive in this world. Then when we can pull it down into the core, really connecting with that core self, that center of who you are, that center of your like wisdom, your gut, your visceral wisdom. Then when we do that and we expand our shield from there, then what you basically have done is created this larger solar plexus, this larger sense of self, this larger gut instinct that's now literally sensing from outside of you and able to start to shut down and turn down and block off some of the emotional stuff that you're taking in right now. I will say, a lot of people get really concerned about shielding. And the reason I at least that I see or I've heard that people are concerned about shielding is that they're like, well, but, I still want to be able to feel some things because if I need to help somebody, I need to be able to do that. So just to be really clear, the way that I do shielding allows anything that you actually need to know to come through. You can always also set your intention as you're doing a shield to say, listen, anything that is important for me to know, I'm going to allow to come in. But, you know, I'm shutting down and shutting off all the negativity that I can right now. I need to turn it down a bit. Because at the end of the day, if you don't turn it down, you are going to get extremely overwhelmed in this situation. It's just, this is not at all a situation that is normal or good or, you know, at any way, at any level, a good thing for us as empaths right now. Sorry, my microphone just popped. So because of that, I just want to make, you know, very clear that yes, as an empath, it's important for you to be able to feel things, and by feeling them, it certainly is, you can do the good work that you do in this world, and I'm all for it. Everything that I've developed as tools is what I use so that I can do the healing work that I do. If I did not do that, I would be very overwhelmed. So I use all of these tools myself. Now, if you happen to be in a healing profession, one of the things that I do, and I have a meditation actually in the Empath Institute, which you'll hopefully soon get for free, that allows practitioners, therapists, healers of any kind to be able to learn how to open for their client so that you're quite open, because when I work with someone, I have to be very open so I can be aware of what's going on. And then it helps you to be able to shut it down and shield again and like to detach and release. And so those are some of the things I'm actually going to break down piece by piece as well as we go forward and teach you those things as well. Detachment and how to release things at the end of the day, how to get things off of you. So that I just wanted to kind of preface it with, you get to determine how your shield goes, how it works. And it's really, truly, you guys, a shield is essentially saying, I'm putting up a healthy boundary. And, you know, we as empaths come into this world with a lot of really, really excellent skills. And I know they feel like curses. Believe me, I know they feel like curses sometimes. But actually, our skill set of being able to feel other people's pain and to know what to do to help them is amazing. The problem is, because we come into this world really, really open, and oftentimes we're also in families that maybe have some dysfunctional components, we are not taught that we're allowed to have healthy boundaries. And so what the shield is saying, you know what, I'm taking back my emotional right and my energetic right, my mental right, my physical right for a healthy boundary. And that's it. You're allowed to have a healthy boundary. And the healthy boundary is just, this is okay with me, that's not okay with me. And that's literally all we're doing here, is we're saying, this energy is okay with me to come to me, that energy is not okay with me, and I need to block it for right now. And this is especially important if you happen to be in, you know, a quarantine situation or a very difficult situation within a home with people that are very dysfunctional or who tend to drain your energy. The shielding is even more important for you right now. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to the shield. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's so easy. Once you do it a few times, you'll be able to do it really quite instantly and quite quickly. So first thing first, I want you to take your dominant hand. So that's the hand you write with and tend to throw a ball or whatever with, whatever hand you tend to use the most. If you happen to be ambidextrous, feel free, use whatever you want. So take your dominant hand. You're going to take your dominant hand. You're going to place it right on your solar plexus, which is kind of hard to, this big old scarf. So down here on your solar plexus or your stomach area. Okay. And the reason I do this is because what I want to do is create a kinetic sort of connection between this motion of putting your hand right here over your solar plexus, letting yourself know that you are safe and protected, and then creating sort of a neural pathway that then that motion becomes something that becomes sort of a trigger for you to feel safe, secure, and that you can put your shield up really, really quickly and easily. Okay. So that's the key there. The nice thing is once you get used to doing this, you can just be sitting at dinner or sitting at a meeting or whatever, and you can just put your hand over your solar plexus. Nobody knows what you're doing, and you're literally going ahead and setting sort of an energetic boundary for yourself. So that's great. Okay, so we're going to use the dominant hand, and we're going to be sort of moving our hand in and out in response to sort of expanding our energy. Now, because of this particular webinar service that I use, which is wonderful, I can't run music. I usually love to have like some really nice relaxing music underneath the meditation. So again, that's where it'll be super helpful for you to download the guided meditation, the Shield and Ground guided meditation that I'll put up in just a minute. Let's see if I can, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so I'm going to put that up so you can actually download that as well. And in the meantime, I'm going to just take 5 minutes to show you how to do this so that you're really aware. And then when you listen to the meditation, you'll be able to do this very automatically and easily. Okay. There you go. Hopefully that's the meditation is up. You'll just go to the page and you'll be able to download that for you. Okay, I'm going to take a quick drink of water. And now, okay, so dominant hand over your solar plexus. Put your feet nice and firmly on the ground. However you're sitting or standing, you can put your feet nice and firmly on the ground. When you're ready, you're going to just close your eyes. And I want you just to connect in with yourself. See how you're feeling. See how your nerves are doing. Great. And we're just checking in. And I want you to really feel the palm of your hand against your solar plexus, against your core. And now I want you to imagine that there is a bright, beautiful ball of light that is hovering just over your head. And you can imagine it a lot like the sun, so it's warm and swirling with energy. And now I want you to imagine that that beautiful ball of light is whatever color you would associate with safety and protection. So if there's a color that you would immediately associate with safety and protection, just go ahead and check in and see what that color might look like. And be aware that this color may change day to day, and that's okay. Whatever color it is the color that you need for that day. And so just allow that to be. And now when you're ready, imagine that that beautiful, swirling, warm ball of light now moves down into your scalp, down through your brain, moving down through your head and down through the spine and your neck, and down the spine, all the way down the spine past your chest and lungs and ribs and all the way down until it goes down and it's now just under your hand in your core. Now feel all of that warmth and energy and power just moving right there under your hand. And your palm may start to feel warmer as you start to sense this beautiful, strong energy that is within you and that is connected outside of you as well. And that beautiful ball of light just swirls. And I'd like you to imagine now that you're bringing your entire personality, everything that is you, everything that makes up you as your identity, all of your focus, all of your thoughts, all of your wants and needs. Bring that all down under your palm into this ball of light. So literally your personality, who you are as a human being, is now moving down into this ball under the palm of your hand. And when you're ready, I'd like you to inhale. And when you inhale, I want you to take your hand out about 2 inches in front of your body. And now imagine that that beautiful ball of light now moves out to meet your palm and goes out all the way around the core of your body about 2 inches. So now you've got a swirling ball of light that goes all around your back to your front in your core area and your stomach area. And feel that ball of light, feel that energy against the palm of your hand. You can even act like you're pushing against it a little bit so you can really feel that it's there. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale. And when you exhale, you're going to push that ball of light back in to your core, and it tightens up and it becomes 3 times as bright and 3 times as powerful right there in your core, right under the palm of your hand. And really imagine that you can feel that energy against your hand, that heat, that warmth, that swirling energy. And really feel anchored down in your core with your entire identity there, all of your strength, all of who you are. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale. And when you inhale, you're going to move your hand out about 4 or 5 inches in front of your body. Allow the ball of light now to move out, to meet your hand, and have it go up over your shoulders and down around your back and all the way to your knees and all the way back up. So you have like an egg of light all the way to your shoulders, to your knees, all the way around your back. And again, you can push against it slightly so that you can really feel that it's there. And now every cell in that part of your body, your core, your thighs, your shoulders, your arms, every cell is now glowing with that beautiful, beautiful light and energy that is safety and protection to you today. So you're now glowing with safety and protection. And on your next exhale, push your hand back in, and you're literally pushing that light back into your core, becoming another bright, beautiful ball of light, swirling, and it becomes 3 times as bright and 3 times as powerful. And just really feel that beautiful, beautiful light swirling and getting even more powerful in your core. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale and you're going to bring your hand out all the way in front of you. Let's see if I can do that. All the way in front of you, all the way out to the basically as far as your hand can go. And now allow that beautiful ball of light to expand out to meet your hand, and then expand out behind you the same amount, and then up over your head at least 1 to 2 feet, down your front and all the way down into the ground at least 1 to 2 feet and maybe more. And inhale and imagine that that light is becoming even stronger and even brighter and even more resilient around you. And really imagine that you can just almost tap the edge of that ball of light. You can even, if you want to, and you're a really kinetic or tactile person, you can move your hand and arm all the way around you, sort of mimicking the shape of the egg around you, or swirl all the way around you so that you can really feel this sort of this field around you. If you are in a situation where you feel like you are not particularly safe within your home, or probably your home at this point, then you can always expand this shield even further. So you can expand the shield so that it goes all the way out and it fills up the room that you're in. And on the next inhale, you can actually expand it all the way out around your entire living space, your home, your apartment, your condo, wherever you're at. In fact, that's a really good thing to do right now. And you can always expand it out even all the way around the world if you like. Good. And now every cell in your being is glowing with this beautiful, bright, strong, powerful light that creates safety and security in you and around you. And pull the shield back in just for a moment. You can pop it back out in a second. Pull that shield back in for just a moment so that it's just all the way around you. So about 2 to 3 feet all the way around you, over your head, under your legs, under your feet, all the way down into the ground. And really sense that shield around you. Now I'd like you to imagine that somebody's actually throwing something at the shield and see it bounce off the shield. And that just kind of helps secure in your mind that you've created this beautiful shield that is helping and centering and protecting you for now. Good. And when you're ready, I'd like you to say to yourself, I am safe. I am protected. I choose not to allow negativity to me. Anything good can flow to me easily. I have now established a healthy boundary for myself energetically, emotionally, mentally, and physically. I still allow and am aware of things I need to do and help. But I now reject negative energy that I do not need and cannot carry. Good. Take another nice deep breath in. And really feel that shield all the way around you, nice and secure, all the way into the ground, all the way over your head. And that shield will now stay up and stay strong for you throughout the day. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, great. I hope that helped you a great deal. Please make sure to download the meditation, and please make sure that you are on my list for the Empath Institute. I think I put a sign up form on the thing where you download, so that'll allow you to be able to make sure that you're on there so that you can find out when I've opened up the Empath Institute. Again, I'm hoping it's going to be within 2 days. I've just got to do coding to make sure everybody can get in without any problem. Until then, please do let me know if there are anything else, if there are other topics that I can help you with, if there are questions that you have, if there are things that would be helpful for you. Please let me know. You can always reach out to me at tara@tarameyer-robson.com. You can also, there's a contact form on my website. And once you're in the Empath Institute, there's also plenty of ways to be able to connect with me, as well as all of these kinds of live programs that or classes and guided meditations I will be doing for you throughout the week. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and stay well, and stay protected. I'm Tara Meyer-Robson, and I am so glad that I could be here with you today. Until I see you next, have a good day. Take good care. See you soon.